If you're starting a roof repair project, you're probably wanting to know how long this whole thing is going to take you. By the end of this video, you'll know about how long it takes to fix 4 of the most common roof repairs, including shingle, flashing and gutter repairs, as well as pipe boot replacements. Shingle repairs are most often needed after a strong storm on older roofs that are close to getting to the end of their lifespan. Wind can blow up under-aged shingles, causing them to bend or break, and hail or debris can strike them, creating cracks or chips. When this happens, you may need a roofer to come replace small sections of shingles. For most instances, this repair won't take very long at all. If you're using a roofing company that has worked on your roof before, they should already have record of the brand, line, and color of the shingle on your roof, which will significantly speed up the process. If you're going with a new roofer though, there's a good chance that they can tell you what's on there just by examining the shingle. To the untrained eye, a shingle is probably just a shingle, but roofers who see this stuff every day have likely learned how to identify what's what. If they're prepared for what you have on your roof, an experienced roof technician should be able to replace a small patch of shingles in 2 to 5 hours or so, depending on the extent of the damage. If the damage takes up a much larger section of your roof, you may be interested in starting to look at a roof replacement. The more damage there is, the higher the likelihood of damage occurring in the structure of your roof, which you would need a replacement to address. Another repair that can be caused by weather damage or poor installation is a flashing replacement. If you're unfamiliar with what flashing is, it's a soft metal material that covers the gap between the roof surface and a wall or penetration like a chimney or a pipe. Flashing can become damaged by hail, and if it becomes dented or torn, it can very easily develop leaks that can cause some pretty nasty problems. The same kinds of leaks can occur if it wasn't installed or sealed correctly, since it would allow water to pass through into very sensitive areas. Though it's very common to be done improperly, adequately experienced roof technicians should be able to get the job done fairly quickly, usually in a matter of 1 to 3 hours. One of the more time-consuming things is determining that the flashing is actually what needs replacing, especially around chimneys and skylights. Both of those penetrations are pretty complex, especially when coming through the middle of your roof, and they have multiple different points of where things could go wrong and spring a leak. Though you may not initially associate gutters with a roofing issue, as it turns out, they very often are hand in hand. A clogged or damaged gutter system can have really important effects on your roof, and if your roof isn't cleaned off enough, it could increase the workload that your gutters have to deal with. Keeping your gutters clean and clear of debris is a very important part of roof maintenance, but that being said, replacing a section shouldn't take very long. If the contractor knows the right material to install, they'll be able to move at a pretty quick pace, swapping the damaged section out in just a couple of hours, largely depending on how big the section is and how easy it is to access. One of the simplest but also the most common repairs that we do in our work is a pipe boot replacement. Pipe boots are similar to flashing in that they cover the gap between the roof surface and the penetration, but in this case, it covers a vent pipe. These boots are usually made out of plastic, metal, or most commonly in the past, a rubber composite. Unfortunately, that rubber is prone to drying out in the sun over the years and can become brittle and crack open. Once those cracks or holes develop, the whole boot will then need to be replaced when possible, or water will start to run down the pipe and into your roof decking and your house. Thankfully, this repair is easy to do when caught on time and should take as little as an hour, maybe 2. The roofer will be able to pop off the pipe boot and install a newer, better functioning version fairly quickly. Once the sealant is applied, it'll bond to the pipe and should be able to give you several solid years of protection. Now that you've learned more about the timelines of common roof repairs, I hope you're starting to feel more confident in taking the next steps in your roofing process. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.